My people, history has just been made on the Nile. Ethiopia has completed the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, Africa's biggest hydroelectric project, a $5 billion megastructure that can power an entire nation. But here's the twist. The real story isn't about concrete, steel, or turbines. It's about how this dam was built. Not with World Bank loans, not with IMF bailout, not with Chinese billions, but by ordinary Ethiopians. So the idea of taming the Nile isn't new. Back in the 1950s, under Emperor Haile Selassie, Ethiopia dreamed of harnessing the Blue Nile to power its future. Studies were done, sites were identified, but for decades, war, coups, and poverty kept that dream on the shelf. Fast forward to 2011, Prime Minister Meles Zenawi stands before the nation and announces the launch of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. And his message was clear. This project will not just change Ethiopia, it'll change Africa. But there was a catch. Ethiopia was under sanctions. Foreign lenders like the World Bank and the IMF weren't lining up with cash. In fact, they warned Ethiopia against moving forward without their terms and conditions. So Meles made a bold statement at the laying of the first cornerstone in 2011. No matter how poor we are, in the Ethiopian traditions of resolve, the Ethiopian people will pay any sacrifice, he said. In that moment, the GERD stopped being just another energy project. It became a test of sovereignty, a fight to prove that Africa could build big on its own terms. And they won. The government has confirmed that GERD was built entirely with domestic financing by the government and the people without a single cent in foreign loans or external funding. After Zenawi's call, Ethiopia launched a nationwide campaign like no other. Civil servants gave up a month's salary. Farmers started selling their cows and goats. Taxi drivers bought government bonds. Even school children pulled their lunch money to contribute. The diaspora answered too. Ethiopians abroad bought bonds and sent remittances, determined to prove that this project belonged to them. By 2025, more than 90% of the dam's cost had been covered domestically. Ordinary Ethiopians, rich, poor, rural, urban, carried a $5 billion project on their backs. So this week, Ethiopia declared history. And after more than a decade of sacrifice, sweat, and struggle, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam was officially inaugurated.